loves. So I wanted to talk about the energy of receiving and the energy and the feeling of what it feels like to receive for you. So I noticed that with myself, and I'm sure many of you experience this feeling as well. Like when someone is gifting you something or someone is giving you something, you automatically have like this auto response of, oh, no, 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 that's okay, that's okay, like, no, you hang on to that. Like, you feel bad for accepting. I don't know about you, but I have that a lot, where someone's giving me something and my very first response is, no, no, I feel bad, like, you keep it, are you sure, like, are you sure you want to give that to me? Like, how many times do we do that? How often do you catch yourself doing that, or do you even catch yourself doing that? So the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about this subject is because it's so important to learn to receive, not only give, because we hear a lot and we learn about giving, which is really good. Giving is good, but we also need to learn the art of receiving, because if you have this energy, this feeling, this belief that comes up when someone tries to give you something, and you automatically have this wall that comes up of like, no, 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 like, you hang on to that, you keep that, are you sure you want to give that to me? If you're dealing with that, if you have that, that is a great indication. That's a first indication of you having that belief that there's not enough to go around. You thinking that if this person is going to give you that thing that they want to give you, that you are taking from them, that you are taking away from their life, you're taking away from them. So it's very, very, very important that we change this habit, change this belief, change this energy and this feeling of receiving, because we want it to circulate. We want God created laws of giving and receiving, and it's supposed to be like a flow. So when we give, we receive, when we give, we receive, and that's how the world goes round, right? We're constantly exchanging value, we're constantly giving and receiving everywhere you go. It's supposed to be natural, it's supposed to be flowing. But the moment we stop it, we block it. When we do that with our feelings, with our beliefs of there's not enough to go around, and if I take from you, then you won't have enough, and I'm just taking from you, and are you sure you want to give that to me? Like I said, I've noticed that a lot with myself, and so I work on my own beliefs, on my own energy, on my own ability, and my own just on receiving, because it's so important to be in the flow, to be in the energy of giving and receiving, and just have it like a free channel within you, because that's another piece of a wealthy mindset, is that there is more than enough to go around, that there's abundance to go around. And if you're giving something to me, then you'll be receiving something, and maybe it's not from me, maybe it's from someone else, but the act of giving and receiving is just tuning into that law, God's law of giving and receiving. So if you catch yourself, automatically bring up that wall, or bring up that resistance, or you catch yourself feeling those feelings of like, oh, no, 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 you hang on to that, or are you sure? If that comes up for you, recognize it, and choose to change it, choose to accept what that person is giving you, thank them for it, and just see it as an opportunity that you're giving them to give. You're giving that person an opportunity to give, because when he gives, more comes back to him. And when you accept, you're also operating in that law, you're also tuning into that law of receiving. So when you receive, you're able to give, because if you're empty, how can you give, right? If you're empty and you have nothing, how can you give? So it's like a puzzle, it works together. So you receiving, they're giving, and then you're giving, and then they're receiving, and it doesn't have to come back from that same person. Don't always think, oh, I gave that person something, they better give me something back. No, that's not how it works. It works in the way of you give, and you don't expect anything back from that person. You know that it will come back to you, but it can come back in any way, shape, or form, and it can come back from anyone. It doesn't have to come back from that person. So detach yourself from that thing that you're giving, Give it loosely, give it without holding on to it, give it without like, oh, you know, I gave, therefore it has to come back, and you're like holding on to it. That's not giving. Give with a joyful heart, with a cheerful heart. Give, but then also remember to receive, and receive without feeling guilty for receiving. Receive without feeling like there's not enough to go around, that if you accept, then you won't be able, that you're taking away from that person. Receive with joy, receive with gratitude, receive with a smile on your face, and thank that person. And like I said, see it as an opportunity that you're giving that person to give, to keep the cycle of giving and receiving going. So I hope that encourages you guys to always remember, take action, because action, or faith without action is dead. Always remember, it's very important to take action on everything that you, not everything that you hear, on the truth that you hear. Remember to take action. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.